Hi, brothers. Today I want to talk to you guys about holding the tongue or taming the tongue. You know, this little tongue has a lot of power. The Lord really wants us to have dominion over our tongue, but a lot of times it's very difficult for us. And we try our best, and the Lord understands. But there's a lot of instructions in this word regarding this subject. And I've remade this video several times, and I'm talking about maybe 10-15 minutes trying to share everything. And it's not a fruitful video, so I decided I want to make it a little shorter and just go over some key verses that I believe are very important. Like the first one that we've all heard this before. And for those who haven't, here it is. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Fruit can go either way. I mean, you can bear good fruit from positivity. You're preaching good things. You're speaking blessed words, or you can be the guy that's running around cursing everybody out. And that's the fruit of that alone. I mean, well, we all know it's going to be rotten. It is not going to be good at all. Okay. And, for us for a lot of us that have issues, we're tired and frustrated, somebody, that catches right at the wrong moment. We have to remember what the Lord tells us in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So, the situations, sometimes they don't even have to be what they are. Sometimes we make it the way it is, only because we allowed the frustration to bust through our mouth, and we said something harsh, and we just started an argument, and now we have offended the person, and we're disappointing the Lord. Okay, which leads me to the book of Psalms, chapter 141 verse 3. And this, I feel that everybody should hold close to their heart, only because, it's asking the Lord to protect us from, saying things or, that we're not supposed to. It says, set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. So you're asking the Lord to literally sit there, and He's listening to... Oops, broke my pen. He's listening to everything that we're saying, and what we're really asking Him is, look, Lord, if I'm about to say, if I'm going to speak profanity, if I'm going to speak something vulgar, something that's in the contents of, explicit, stop me, Father. Don't let me be that person. I want to represent You. I want to be different. Well, this is the way to go. Let the Lord just stand there, guide your words, let Him be your wisdom. You don't want to be the guy that's misrepresenting the Lord and making yourself look bad and damaging others and, pushing yourself away from the Lord. For a lot of people that like to argue, man, the Lord really wants you to hold back. In Proverbs 17:28, this is kind of to me, this is kind of taunting. It's kind of like the Lord saying, look, man, if they can do it, you sure can. It says, even a fool who keeps silent is considered wise. Think about that. It says, when he closes his lips, he is declared intelligent. So us being knowledgeable of the Lord, if we're the kind that just runs our mouth just to be right, or just to release, so we're the fools. And the people that, God considers, or whoever, society, whatever, considers fools, staying quiet in a moment of, frustration or a debate, an argument, whatever, when it's time to shut up, it's time to shut up. And when he does, even that person's declared intelligent. He's wise. He's wise enough to keep his mouth shut, because he knows that if he keeps going, something bad is going to happen. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory there. You know, in the book of James, I really like this verse because it's like, it's a comparison, it's a question, and it's a statement where it says, does a spring pour forth from the same opening both fresh and salt water? Can a fig tree, my brothers, bear olives, or a grape produce figs? Neither can a salt pond yield fresh water. I mean, so what it's saying is that you're either, your tongue is either going to speak one way or it's going to be another. You're either going to be holy or you're going to be corrupt. Because we can't say we're holy and speak corruption. I mean, that's in Ephesians 4:29, where where it's saying, "Let no corruptive talk come out of your mouths, but only as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear." Okay, so I mean, corruptive talk isn't going to bless anybody. It's not going to show grace. It's not going to show wisdom. The Lord wants us to build each other. That's what this is for. Praise, worship, and building each other up. Okay, and in Proverbs 12:18, so I don't have to read it. You know, it just talks about how, you know, people with harsh words, they're like swords. They just thrust through the heart. And words can also bring healing. It can work either way. And the Lord really wants us to be wise when it comes to that. And this verse, you know, Brother Doug gave it to me. And I really like it because it's something that we should all be doing. It's in the book of Psalms 35:28. This should be all of our prayer, or one of our many daily prayers. It says, "Then my tongue shall tell of your righteousness and of your praise all day long." So we need to wake up in the morning and ask the Lord, let my tongue, you know, do this. You know, help my heart do this. Help my mouth reflect my heart, because of the, you know, got to remember, from the abundance of the heart speaks the mouth. So we got to be very, very careful, brothers, on how we come across. You know, our tongue can either damage, it can bless, it can heal, or it can push us away from the Lord, simply because, you know, we can't be a spring that pours forth fresh and salt water. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to mix. You know, neither can a salt pond yield fresh water. You know, we can't be, it has to be one or the other. You know, and then I really want you guys to read James chapter 3, verse 5 through 8. It's kind of long, so I'm not going to do that right now. But it talks about how the tongue is a small member that can cause a lot of damage. I mean, it compares it to a small fire in a forest, and we all know what happens when there's a small fire in the forest. So, brothers, with that, I leave you guys. Controlling the tongue. Wisdom. If you have to, bite it. Do not be the person that overtalks, that, you know, it offends people around you when when you're talking, just argumentative. You know, be the person that this tongue praise, worships, and blesses those around you. Be the tongue that brings you closer to the Lord. Okay, so that's all I have to share with you guys, brothers. And I hope that this video connects with you guys, and I hope that you guys, you know, connect with these verses and understand the obligation we have with the Lord, with our tongue, and the damages it can do, or the good things that it can do. Alright, brothers, well, with this I leave you, and I wish you guys the best. God bless you, and I'll see you later.